2018 Halloween in the books. I had a very, very busy neighborhood back in my house in Danvers. Had all sorts of candy and went through most of it, which is good. I do not need any extras. I had a bunch of the candy picked up earlier in the week, and we had done all sorts of damage with it leading up to the actual Halloween itself. So candy I have had plenty of. Do not need any more. Very happy that we had big crowds, and the kids kind of got rid of most of it for us. I am very pleased about that. Hope you all had fun, safe times out there. A lot of good costumes this year. I saw actually my workplace. I work in a new building from past years, and there's all these different companies and all that in this building, and all the other companies are very big on Halloween. They had all sorts of pretty much everybody else was dressed up except for my workplace. So I don't know, I guess we'll have to be better about that this year. Does your workplace do that? Do you dress up for work? That was kind of new to me, but I've been in the same spot for many years. So this is the first time I've been out of the building this year, and in a new building, and I don't know, maybe all workplaces are doing this. I'm not sure, but anyway, don't forget to check your candy too. I guess I was reading a story today that there's well, I mean, obviously there's all those horror stories about, people that have done weird things, and somebody had like rocks in a box of Whoppers or something in some city in some state, I forget, but just always be careful. Make sure things are not opened and all that sort of thing. And, share your candy with your parents for the kids out there. Great show today. We got a bunch of the Newburyport basketball guys coming in, including the McLaren brothers. I probably know those guys. Casey is kind of the star of the squad, but his brother Parker's on the team. We'll get a few of the guys coming in here, so they will be here in just a moment. We'll get them on. We'll talk Newburyport basketball. This is November now. The calendar is switched to November. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And that means that winter sports and basketball and hockey and all that stuff is right around the corner. Still a good time to be a fall sports fan. You got the Thanksgiving football still ahead of you and a bunch of state tournament games, but a bunch of the basketball guys will be here in just a little bit. Weird night at Quincy College there last night. I don't know how many of you saw that, but at Quincy College they had two women, I guess, are arrested now. I guess they sprayed pepper spray in a lounge, like a student lounge. And long story short, the fire department came. They thought it might have been something really bad. People had to go to like the hospital. They weren't sure why they were coughing, couldn't breathe, and all that stuff. No serious injuries, but two women are under arrest, a woman from Boston and a woman from Medford. Not sure if they're students or not, probably. But long story short, they had to bring in the Boston Fire Department. They had to test the air, and it turned out that it was pepper spray set off in one of the lounges. So I don't know if that was a Halloween thing going wrong or what. Wait for some more details on that. But two women in some big trouble in that regard at Quincy College. So we will see what that ends up being. Red Sox parade obviously was a good time yesterday. Had by all. Well, not had by all. There were some issues. There were like half dozen arrests or so, including the kid, the 19-year-old, who threw an open beer at Alex Cora, the manager. That was not very smart. He was quickly pointed out and caught and brought in for booking, which is not good. That is a 19-year-old who happens to go to my alma mater, Bryant University, so I know a lot of the professors there will not be happy. 19, he said he didn't mean to do it. He loves Alex Cora. He didn't mean to hit him. He wouldn't do that. I don't know what you're doing throwing an open beer, though. It is a weird atmosphere. I've been to those things, and it seemed like it was escalated by quite a bit yesterday. But I mean, a lot of times the players will, if you have brought alcohol and they're all having a good time, if they see somebody, some of the players will even call for you to throw some up to the duck boats as they roll by. And I guess it's different if somebody's looking for it and clapping their hands and saying, toss it to me here. But some of these like beers and whatever else was being launched was being thrown from long distances. I know Mookie Betts was a little bit freaked out by it all, kind of ducking and protecting himself up there. So overall, a fun day. Boston tends to do those parades pretty well, but it was not all good, I guess. It was there were a few hiccups along the way, and just lucky nobody got hurt. Good rule of thumb, do not throw beers from long distances to people that aren't looking, and don't throw open beers at people because people don't like that, as it turns out. So, but fun day at the Red Sox parade yesterday, as they wrapped up to kind of put a little bow tie on another championship season, 2018 World Series champions, Boston Red Sox. That was fun. And that probably gets us up to speed here. Why don't I get out of the way now? We will get in the guys from Newburyport basketball in just a few minutes. Looking forward to this. I think both McLaren brothers, Kyle I know has been on before. We might have 3 other new guys besides him here. So let me, I'm going to go see these guys outside. I know they walked in here as I started to do my little intro. So we'll get the Newburyport basketball guys on. And when we get back, we will talk a little bit of Port basketball with some of the high school guys here in just a moment. Lexi Foley on the radio production side today, and David Kramer on the TV side. No Tyler. I don't know where Tyler is today. But anyways, thanks to those guys. Great job. We'll be back with the Newburyport basketball guys in just a moment. There's Tyler. Hey, bud. We'll be right back. Much more Afternoon Drive in just a moment.
Nothing I can say, nothing I can do. I feel so bad, yeah. I feel so blue. Got to make it right for everyone concerned. Even if it's me, if it means it's me, what's getting burned? 'Cause I could never make you unhappy. No, I couldn't do that, girl. Only wish I didn't love you so. Makes it so very hard to know. So very hard to know. Time would come, have to pay for my mistakes. I can't blame you, what you're doing to me, girl, though it makes my heart ache. Your dreams have all come true, just the way you planned it. So I'll just step aside, gonna step aside, lend a helping hand. Oh, I could never make you unhappy. No, I couldn't do that, girl. Only wish I didn't love you so. Makes it so very hard to know. So very hard to know. 'Cause I love you so.
All right, welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Chopper Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're all having a good Thursday afternoon. It is wet, rainy, kind of ugly out there, so it is a good day to, to tune into a radio show and watch on TV or whatever you're doing out there today. We got the Newburyport basketball guys in. Casey McLaren from left to right. Casey, you can wave when I say your name. Parker McLaren, hello, sir. Harry Bovey, a return guest here several times. And George Coryell, first time for you, George, I think. George and Parker, first time, I think, which is nice. We like having first-time guests on. How's everybody doing?
Doing well.
Doing well? Excellent. Good, good. Actually, why don't you, can you guys slide in just a little bit? I'm just thinking with the microphone, the guys in the back, just kind of coming in at an angle. Is that going to screw things up? We okay?
We're good. We're still on the camera.
There you go. You got it? Good. All right. See you in there. Very good. So, yeah, when you talk, just grab the mics. We got a bunch of you guys in. So, so what's new, gang? Getting ready for a big season?
Yeah, the tryouts coming up in a few weeks. So.
Oh, yeah? When do they start?
November 26th.
Is it that Monday after Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
That's the way it always is. All right. Very good. And you, so let's see. Harry, we had you on with the soccer guys, right?
Yeah.
How's the how has the season ended up here?
So actually Friday, 3 o'clock at home.
There you go. Good
against
promotion.
Weston.
Well done.
Georgie will be there, scoring goals for us.
That's right. George was a soccer guy too.
Yep.
All right. You know what? Yeah, we've heard enough of you. Throw George on there. How you doing, George? First time on the show, I think, right?
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the studios.
Thank you for having me.
Very, very good. You can just grab it. You're not going to break it. Pull it right towards you. You got it. You're good. So what's the soccer season ending? I hear you're like the guy that scores the goals over there.
Yeah. My teammates.
We had a bunch of you guys in earlier this year. Not you, but your soccer teammates. And I asked how many goals were in this room, and the answer was none. They said you're the guy that scores.
Yeah.
Has anybody given you any help yet?
Harry Blackman's been stepping it up recently. Andrew Moholland actually has, I think, 4 goals now. Yeah, he actually had a really nice goal the other game. That's about it for us. All
right, very good. So, you guys will. Do you still get excited for basketball season though too? With this coming right up.
Yeah.
Excellent. And who'd you say you have Friday? Weston. You know anything about them?
I mean, they're coming into our house. It doesn't really matter.
Home field advantage?
Yeah.
All right, very good. The McLaren brothers, let's talk to you guys here. We haven't seen you guys in a while. Yeah. Parker, we're going to start with you. You ready for basketball season?
Oh, yes. I'm always ready.
I heard you're always. And you ever play your brother like one-on-one here while you guys are waiting? Or?
Yeah, sometimes we do.
I hear that's not an easy task, actually.
No, usually ends in an argument. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gets chippy with you guys?
Yeah. Gets a little chippy.
Why, does he follow you all day?
Yeah, he always hacks.
Always, yeah. Come on, Casey. Oh, that's funny. Casey, I know you're playing like year round. You got all sorts of stuff going on. I've had to try to get you on a couple times after I've seen you in like New York playing and wherever else you were. But tell me about your off season, which isn't really an off season.
Yeah, that's right. I've been playing a lot of basketball this summer. I was down in Springfield for a tournament, and then we're down in New York, and then Pennsylvania, and then Florida. So it didn't really stop. Basketball's what I love to play, so
gotcha.
That.
Wow. Well, that's crazy. Do you like playing year round?
Yeah.
Did you play baseball too?
Yeah, I played baseball.
That's right.
Yeah. We had a interesting season last year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me.
We were 3-10, and then won 8 in a row and made the playoffs. Which is pretty
That's
sweet.
right. You just had a crazy ending. Yeah. What were you doing at like the first half? Just kind of.
Oh man. I'm not really sure.
Bad ball.
No comment.
No comment.
No
Good
comment.
answer. I like that.
I can tell you what we did the last 9 games. So
there you go. Why don't you go with that?
We got the back going. We had some healthy arms. And we got some wins.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that was a good run from you guys. That was a good memory you triggered. I forgot you made that great run. You guys watch the Red Sox?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Look, that's a pretty good baseball team, huh?
Yeah.
Anybody do the parade?
Yeah. They did.
You two did? Yeah, very good. So, was it the soccer coaches gave you guys a reprieve, or?
Sort of.
I don't want to get you in trouble. Should I get off this subject immediately?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a good time for Boston, so we wanted to spend it with the city.
There you go. Well, it sounded like fun. I was saying at the beginning of the show that the the guy that hit Cora with the open beer actually goes to my alma mater, Bryant. I said that's not a good look for them. But It was pretty funny. Why would you throw? I don't know. I understand.
Apparently someone damaged the trophy.
Yeah, did you see the video of that?
I didn't, but
I guess those they get there's like the little flags on top of the trophy,
Yeah.
and like one of those things just like completely went to the side. Yeah, I guess it's like pretty fragile. I've heard stories about the World Series trophy. If you like mess around with it, you can easily break. So
Yeah.
I know the Yankees last time they won, they broke it. Yeah, so I haven't seen it broken by a beer can before though. It's I have a feeling it was full. Yeah, it's interesting. But and Mookie Betts was like under fire. He was like telling people to stop throwing beers as well.
he looked. I mean,
Kind of uncomfortable.
yeah. He was like dressed up nice, and everyone else was just in their like World Series sweatshirts. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. And for a guy that makes all those great catches, he was not catching many of the beer cans. But anyway, so basketball season coming up. Do you guys like? I know it's obviously, you'd have to get a gym on a day like today. But do you guys like play pickup ball for a little while as a group here? As you get closer?
Yeah.
You guys already playing a little bit?
Yeah, we've played a couple times. Starting next week, we're gonna be able to play after school and on our own time, kind of like captain's practice type of thing.
Nice.
Where, we're really just gonna scrimmage.
You can start doing that next week.
Yeah, next Thursday.
Those are like MIAA rules or something.
We could start it now that volleyball's over, but it's
Volleyball.
just-
What does volleyball have to do with anything?
well, because they have the court in the fall,
Oh, gotcha.
and then
It's a logistics deal.
yeah, we could have started Tuesday, but we don't have school Tuesday. It's election day,
Ah, yes.
so we're gonna do that Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Good
Try
jeez.
see the ball go through the hoop.
There you go. Everybody get out
Do
and vote.
wonders for us.
I have lost my shot. By the way, maybe we can work later. I was playing.
yeah.
I played at a gym in Beverly, and Friday night I was out there and I just couldn't hit a thing. It was ugly. Had a
Yeah,
terrible.
it's-
I've set my whole weekend back. I was very
Yeah,
upset.
It can be a bad time.
It was
you
bad.
definitely want to see the ball go through.
Couldn't throw it in the ocean.
Yeah.
Let's see. I remember calling one of your games. You guys all played last year. I remember all you
Yeah.
guys. I think I called one of your playoff games, or it was you guys got a tournament win that first game. It's all coming back
Yeah,
to me now.
against Lynn Tech, that's right.
Lynn Tech.
That was a
You had a great game, George. You were throw it down that way for a second. Yes, you were like the floor general out there that game. I think actually that was the game. I mean, you had a great game. We can talk more about this later. Casey, you had I think a dunk in that game that I had not seen you guys. That was my first game I had seen you guys of the year. That's good. I just show up for like the big games, bandwagon guy. But I was I did not know you could throw down, and so that caught me off guard. I'll talk more about that later. But you like ran the show that game. I think Coach Clay took you out for like 2 minutes, and they went on like a 6-0 run, and he was like, "Get back in."
No, yeah, that happens a lot. But,
Coach Clay taking you out, or
yeah, a little.
you guys like playing for him? He's one of my favorite guests on this show. Yeah,
He's such like a great coach. Like everything about him, even off the court, for me, like with school, he makes sure I'm like on task with everything, and then like if I'm
What are you, a
not-
problem, George?
Oh,
Jeez.
no, like, sometimes it can be a little nuisance. But other than that, he's good.
Good. You guys can all say a word. You can all get brownie points with Coach Clay. Say something nice.
Yeah, well, just basically what George said. I think the biggest thing is that he tries to stay close with us off the court as well.
Yeah.
So like, anytime we see him in the hallway or whatever, just even if it's just like a quick conversation, just showing that he wants to know what's going on with the rest of our lives and stuff like that.
That's cool. So you don't blow him off in the hallway. That's good.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, just always really positive. He'll never try to put a player down, and if he does, he'll tell you the things you did good afterwards. So he's just great to have around.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, he'll literally do anything for us. He gave Parker and I a ride home yesterday because I couldn't find my car keys, which they're in my car, of course.
They were in your.
Found them like 24 hours later.
Did you lock yourself out of your car? Or?
No, it was.
They're in his car.
I've got a push start.
Okay.
Keys were on the floor. You'd think the car would start. It
Right.
usually does. And I tried that a few times, and since it didn't start, I just started looking elsewhere because I figured the keys couldn't possibly be in the car, and then
Gotcha.
yeah, but
And you're the
Here's a huge
go-to
help.
star player. Okay.
can't keep track of my keys.
Well, that was nice of him to drive you home. How'd you
Yeah,
get to
very
school
nice.
the next day?
I found my keys, so this was actually
What?
like yesterday and then today.
Oh, okay. So you're good
Yeah.
now. Yeah. All right. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear about that ordeal. And who's the? I'm mind blanking on your old coach's name there. Another good guy.
Coach Italian?
Italian. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys ever keep in touch with him? Does he stop by the program? I know he
Yeah,
still roots for you guys. He's
He
told me
came to
that.
one of our games last year. He came to a Triton game last year. Of course, we won it. We beat Triton 6 times in a row now.
Just a
I just
fun
had to-
little
I just
fact
had to
here.
throw- I had to throw that in
There
there.
you go.
We're going for 7, 8, and like maybe 9 this year. But
Is
yeah.
that, are you predicting a tournament game too? Is that weird?
That's why I said maybe 9.
That was kind of that weird dynamic too, where Coach Clay came over from there. I mean, he's a Newburyport guy, but he
Yeah.
had his few years at Triton.
Right.
You guys ever joke with him about that? Like, you find yourself on the right side now?
I think he jokes a little more about it than we do.
Yeah.
Obviously he has like a great deal of respect for them.
Yeah.
And all, but he tries to use that as motivation for us to want to beat them.
I bet he does.
That's his job. Yeah, Coach Trender, who was our assistant.
Oh, he came over
He
with
was
him?
actually the JV coach last year for Newburyport. He's now the head coach over there.
Oh, that's how that
We
happened.
all like
Okay.
him a lot. We wish him the best of luck, but obviously on the
But
court, we're
judging
gonna try
by
and beat him.
Casey, judging by your slipping that in, you feel that Triton's probably your favorite team to beat up on?
Yeah, it's in every sport.
All right,
It's
Parker.
just, they feel the same way about us, so
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about saying that.
We usually get Triton. I guess the winter sports are big on beating up on Triton. Every now and then you'll get a
Yeah,
Masco in
hockey
there.
too.
Yeah, hockey's definitely
Yeah.
Triton. I don't know. Every now and then some of the sports are Masco. I think the soccer guys, we got some
True.
different answers on that, right?
I mean,
How would you?
Masco's always top of the league, so
Yeah.
it's always everyone's always out to get them. So
Yeah.
that's a big goal of ours every season.
All right, so Masco's big.
Actually, we tied them 2 weeks ago,
Oh, you did?
so that was huge.
Score?
2-2.
George?
Who was it? Oh no, it was a PK, Ken McDermott, PK, and
Uh-huh.
Harry Costello.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you did get some help.
Yeah, I actually forgot. I actually completely forgot.
That is funny. So, all right. So Friday for you guys. What's the what's it like coming to the end of the soccer season and knowing that like basketball? Are you like still fully all in focused on soccer, or do you like is part of you like make sure you get the basketball skills tuned up a little bit too? How's that work out?
Well, at least for me, I've not touched a basketball in
Here you go.
at least a month now because I like broke my hand and then could not do anything.
And then you have to hold that all
Yeah, I
day.
got this. But honestly, like I still like to play in my yard, like a little.
Yeah. Did you say you broke your hand?
Yeah.
No, that's not good.
In a
How'd you do that?
basketball game, and Mr. Clay actually tried putting me back in. Not to throw him under the bus or anything. But he didn't
Oh,
believe
he
it
told
was
you to get
broken.
back in there.
Yeah, he didn't believe it
Wow.
was broken.
Oh, he told me that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, he felt bad about that. I think.
Yeah. It's all right.
He probably needed you though. When I broke my ankle playing actually it was basketball during I was playing tennis in high school, but it was a pickup basketball game on like a weeknight, and I came home and I was like, I think I'm like really hurt, and my mother told me to stick it in the pool. That was she didn't think it was broken either, but she feels bad about
Yeah,
that to this
well,
day. But what can you do? It hurt. Again, we got Casey McLaren from left to right, Parker McLaren, Harry Bovey, George Coryell in the house. Newburyport basketball. You guys are probably, if I had to guess, going to be pretty good this year.
Banner
Just the
season.
fact
It's banners.
It's banner season. Is that the
Yes, sir.
mantra this year?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You guys have like a slogan? That could be a slogan. It's banner season.
Put on a t-shirt.
I like that.
I'm not so sure if we have a slogan, but we expect to be really good this year.
I mean,
Coach
just you
said-
4 guys in this room. We got 4 returning starters here.
Yeah, exactly. Like we return a lot of solid pieces from last year, but
Yep.
Coach said yesterday like it could be a blessing or a curse. We still have to work hard to get what we want this year. So, if we want to win the Cal title, we're still gonna.
Have you taken? Let's talk about the dunk because let's just get that out of the way.
Okay, sure.
But is this something you try to do like on a game? You try to throw down once per game or something? I know it doesn't work like
This
that.
year it'll be like I'll try and get one a game.
You gotta put on a show for the people,
Last
right?
year I think I only had 4 in like 20 games, so I was like 1 out of every 5 games.
The one you had at the game I went to was like a big moment though.
That
too.
was a
That's
big moment.
kind of what made
because
that cool.
It was tied, yeah. and
Yeah, look at you
that was a
remembering the
go-ahead.
details.
Oh, of course it. It was 62-62 with like 1:30 to 1:45 left in the game.
Yeah,
I just remember the clip and the clocks in the background. So,
there you go.
but
was my voice on that on the clip?
yeah, it actually
Was it a good call?
I've seen that.
Yeah.
It was a great call.
Thank you, appreciate that. I have not heard it myself, so I was hoping that was the answer.
You sounded really surprised. I mean,
I was surprised. I did not expect you to dunk.
yeah.
I will not be as surprised, but
Yeah, hopefully we can,
what was it? A steal in the back court, and you went the
steal.
distance.
Dunk, yeah.
It was pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
kid dunked on me at the gym the other day. I didn't appreciate that very much.
Really?
Yeah, got caught. It wasn't my fault, but usually it's not your fault. When you end up on the poster, usually somebody else has
Yes,
been beat,
that's true.
and you're coming in
Someone.
trying to help. You know
Yeah.
the deal.
You're
Not
doing
my fault at all for all
a
you.
deed for a teammate when you try
And
to
who's
help.
dunking on people at the Beverly, the BAC? But, you know, I
That's very true.
looked at this 22-year-old. You
What
do?
was that?
Practice or
Oh yeah.
You're dunking on people in practice?
Yeah.
That's different, though. At least you
Yeah.
can joke about it with these guys. You gotta send a message in practice sometimes. At the BAC, I'm just looking for a nice run, and I get some like 22. 22 seems old to you guys, but he's a young gun. You just, you
must-
settle down.
Yeah.
It was like 1 for 4 on dunk attempts all day too. I was like, stop hitting the back rim. Anyways, if I'm bitter,
Yeah.
I'll move on. Parker, the game I went to, you were a rebounding machine too. You had a great game. The game I went to. I don't want to center in on this one game, but it was nice. It was a state tournament win for you guys, and then you got that kind of. You got a little bit chipped there with the next game because you had like one of the best teams in the state come in, right?
Oh yeah.
That was tough. You guys had that home game, which was nice,
Yeah.
but who was that? St. Mary's? No,
yes.
it was
St. Mary's was
it was St. Mary's.
game,
Yeah. Yes, that didn't go too well. But the game you won in the tournament, you were a rebounding machine. That's obviously something you take a lot of pride in.
Oh yeah. Well, coach really bugs me about it if I'm not rebounding. So
If you're not rebounding, what are you doing out there?
yeah, exactly. He just basically tells me to be pretty much as physical as I can and just go towards the ball every time. Just
Yeah.
make sure we get it.
You have you learned how to stay out of foul trouble?
Yeah. Some games I'll have 0 fouls, and then some games I'll have 4 in the second quarter. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
who I'm defending sometimes.
Loaded question, but how's the officiating?
The officiating is fantastic, and I have no complaints.
That is a good. That's a good November 1st answer right there.
Yeah.
We'll check back in the month. These are the guys of the Newburyport basketball squad getting ready for another campaign to get a couple of the soccer guys in. Tournament time here for all the fall sports, so that gets exciting. We've talked a little bit about that. Let's do this. We'll take one quick break. When we get back, we'll have more with these guys in just a moment. My name is Drew Moholland. This is Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio. All right, welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. We got a bunch of the Newburyport basketball guys in the house here today. Casey McLaren, Parker McLaren, Harry Bovey, George Coryell, Alexi Foley doing the radio producing today, and David Kramer on the TV side. Hello to everybody. No, it's not on me. Lexi, I was waving to the camera. There we go. Hello. Sorry. Hello to everybody streaming and watching at home. That was I do like the one wave to the camera a day, so I like to be on me when I do it. It's my, there you go. So boys, we're talking, it's a busy time of year, especially for the soccer guys. We were just talking about the state tournament for the soccer guys here. Harry and George are the soccer guys on, the right side of your screen, and you guys said, so if you guys actually win this game Friday that we had already talked about, then you got Linfield again, who is very good, only 2 losses this year. You guys are one of the losses, which is pretty cool. That's good. So you guys are looking at a path. You could storm right through this tournament for a little bit.
Yeah.
Makes George smile. Look at that.
Hopefully that's what we plan to do, and then I think after we beat Linfield, we'd play.
Let's go one game at a time. You could,
Pentucket, but well, actually,
how is that set up? You already know the draw?
Yeah, they set up all the brackets, and so I forget who, but someone has like a bye, and
It's like
Pentucket. Yeah,
They'll
they'd have to
win
win one game.
Are they good though? They're good.
They're pretty
All right,
good.
so you think they'll get through?
They're all right.
I think they play like Saugus first, and Saugus isn't that good, so they should.
There you go.
Bye.
McLaren brothers, do you go to their games here, especially when they get big?
I've been to one game. I went to the ALS Cup game this year.
Seems to be a good one to go to.
Yeah, I mean,
You gonna go to
they had a lead for a little while, and then I think they ended up losing that Ipswich game. Yeah, I was at the Ipswich game too. George scored like 2 goals, and one of the goals he actually did a backflip after.
A backflip?
I forget. Was it a
Wow.
backflip? He did a backflip.
Oh, a backflip in celebration.
Yes, after
Wow.
he scored, he like ran over right in front of the stands, did a nice backflip.
It's fantastic. We're not actually hearing the real story on how you broke your hand back in the day, are we?
Oh no,
No?
that was actually in the basketball.
Yeah, that was who were we playing? Like Londonderry or something. I went up for like a layup, and then I think some kid just like took out my legs, and I just landed
Came
right,
down.
right on it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was broken at first. Like I tried moving it, and I was just like, like maybe or maybe not. Coach
Yeah.
Clay was like, all right, yeah, just like check yourself back in whenever. And then like I tried to dribble a ball, and I was just like, I cannot do this. Like, I'm sorry, but I mean,
Yikes.
it's good, nice and healthy now. So.
Well, that's good. I mean, he loves all you guys. I do
Yes,
remember that
for sure.
particular. You took a beating in that game I went to. Just, I mean, not necessarily like a,
No.
you weren't getting fouled all the time, but it was just a physical game.
Yeah,
and you were
it's
getting in there
always-
helping out rebounding, and he was I remember interviewing him after the game, and Coach Clay was like, "That kid was a warrior tonight." My goodness. And he's like, "That's how you play, I guess."
Yeah.
But that's good. And you don't have the size like these guys. These guys clear out the space down low. What's the key for you guys this year when it comes to the basketball squad? I mean, we're going to. You guys know you're good going in. Is that going to be kind of the big hurdle? Make sure you don't beat yourself and make sure you don't overlook people.
Yeah, I think the key for us is to always keep working, because obviously big things are expected of us, but to actually like achieve, we're gonna have to work hard. Obviously, we haven't done anything yet. We're 0-0.
And you personally, Casey, you got. I mean, you're probably you started to see a lot of double teams last year, and obviously
I did.
you're no secret when you walk into the building, the teams
Correct.
want to shut you down. You're probably going to see that times 10 this year.
Yeah.
But how do you deal with that? Do you just are you always trying to get other people involved too, or?
It's frustrating, definitely, but yeah, whenever other guys are scoring, they have to focus on them, and eventually the ball's gonna come back to me.
Yeah.
As long as the ball's going in the bucket, it doesn't matter how we win.
Do you have that trust factor with these guys that like you don't have to do it all? Because some high
Oh, yeah,
school,
for sure.
when you get top players in high school, sometimes they feel like, what, I got to carry this team or that sort of thing. But with these guys, it seems like you can you got some options here.
Yeah, like whenever anyone's on the court, I trust that they can,
Yeah.
score, pass, everything, and they put the same trust in me.
What's Port Ball going to be this year? You guys going to be a up tempo run and gun kind of team, or is it more let's set up the offense and?
I'm pretty sure we're gonna apply pressure on defense and then be kind of more up tempo this year.
You kind of set the stage on that, George. You're like a one man press.
Yeah, I kind of like to be like a little bulldog, as people say.
Bulldog, nice.
Yeah. I know Coach Clay was saying we're going to be pressing a lot this year, full court. So
stay in shape is what he said.
yeah, doing that.
Or
Yeah.
he'll make sure we are.
He will.
No.
But how is it? Is he? Is he a? I mean, I know you guys love playing for him. Is he a tough coach in that regard? You guys tend to be. If you're slacking, does he let you hear it?
Yeah, I mean, he demands excellence from us, and he tells us that, and that's kind of, I mean, we're playing so we can be good, so that's exactly what we want from him.
This is his, what, third year with you guys?
This will be his second.
It's only second. Last year was the first year back?
Yeah.
Feels like longer. I guess he had a good impact, but so you guys all played for Coach Italian too, then, right? Did you did too?
Yeah,
Parker?
Well, we've all really been playing him for our whole lives because we've gone to all his camps and stuff.
Oh yeah,
but,
that's right.
yeah. In terms of playing for him in game, just Casey and George.
Just Casey and George, okay. The Parker, what's it like? I mean, you've watched your brother become one of the leading scorers in the league and all that. Is it? Does he make you better too? I know you say he follows you in the one-on-one games and all that stuff, but it's probably impossible for him not to make you better when you guys are going at it just in your free time, huh?
Yeah, it's looking at him. His freshman year and sophomore year obviously motivated me to get better, so I could do the same thing. And we always go to the gym together, shoot around at home. So yeah, he definitely helps make me better. Absolutely.
What's the what has he been working on with you this year?
Let's see.
We usually do our own things when we go to the gym.
Yeah.
But
Not helping you at all.
yeah. I mean, when we play against each other,
You guys have
we
different
learn.
games a little bit, right? You're more of a down low
I'm
banger.
down low. He's kind of a shooter.
Yeah.
Just
Although he
a
can hang down low too.
Yeah.
That's good. And for you guys, what's it like watching these two guys play together? It must be kind of cool seeing like two brothers in the same.
Honestly, like I love watching them play. Like they just bring so much energy and just like I don't know, they're like my brothers kinda. I like to say that.
Yeah.
But watching us all grow, like we've all played, not as much Parker, but like me, Harry, Casey, just all played.
What's the age difference
together.
again? You guys are all
18.
but seniors. You guys and Parker's a junior. Okay.
I'm 16.
He's a young junior.
Gotcha. But you guys have all been around his whole life,
Yeah.
right? So you guys that must make it easier to be in a starting lineup with these guys, I guess. Parker, right?
Yeah.
And then it's your squad next year. It's kind of weird to think about.
Yeah, next year I'm hoping we'll still be pretty good. I mean, losing Casey, George, Harry, a few other seniors, but
That's a lot of talent. Well, just in this room, that's a lot of talent.
hopefully
to lose.
everyone will improve.
Yeah. There you go. Well, you'll have you and Coach Calais and
Yeah.
Archie, Jake Robertson.
oh yeah, what's
We have
Future's so bright. Don't
we
worry.
have really good sophomore and junior class, me and Archie, and then we have a really good sophomore and freshman class.
Gotcha. All right, you guys Celtics fans?
Oh yeah,
Everybody?
Of course.
It's a good squad this
I
year. huh?
bleed green. Yeah.
You bleed green. That was so corny.
Yeah.
That's your hashtag?
No, that's their Celtics hashtag.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Well, that's corny too. That's a good squad though. Those guys, they're fun to watch. Is there more like energy around high school basketball when like the pro team is good like this? Like, I mean, you guys live it anyway, so
I think
you love it.
I think
but
basketball in Massachusetts has grown a lot.
yeah, it's always been big though.
Yeah, it always has.
It's like it's like America's game. I
Yeah.
don't know. Baseball kind of is, but football, I don't know. Whatever. Basketball is just you can play it for. I play with we got a 50-year-old guy running with us. It was like unbelievably good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's crazy. It just shoots lights out. But so anybody been to any games this year? Celtics games?
I always go to one or two a year, but I haven't been yet.
Just a couple parade goers so far. Sox won the World Series. That was exciting. A lot of championships around here, actually. What's the key for you guys to win a Cape Ann League championship? That's like a real legit possibility,
Yeah,
right?
I think.
Is that like a goal for you guys? You going in thinking you can win this?
definitely. Every year.
Check that one. All right.
I think the key will just be to take it one game at a time because last year we started out 8-0, I think, and then we kind of got ahead of ourselves and
It's the anti-baseball.
Yeah, we kind of just let teams that we beat up on earlier in the year kind of beat us the second time. So I think we just need to take it slowly, one game at a time.
Gotcha. Casey didn't smile at all during that. He was very upset. I think that you guys let those teams come back on you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. We have to stay focused and remember every team wants to beat us because
Yeah.
we're gonna be at the top of the league or near the top of the league this year. So
You guys had a pretty good home atmosphere. I mean, granted, I went to
Oh,
some of the
yeah,
end of
we
the
always
games.
do.
Yeah, it seems like a great environment. Have any tough buildings to play in on the road?
I mean, Rockport, it's like
Rockport?
agreed upon. It's a tough gym. I mean, it's like literally it sounds lame. It's maybe 2 rows of bleachers, but
Oh, really?
it's a really loud environment. They pack it like they have like literally cheerleaders. They have like JV, like yeah, everyone goes. I love
always
playing in it, but it's a tough environment to play in. I love going down there.
Old
They're
small
coming
building?
up here this year though.
Wow, that's great. What's the toughest gym to shoot in? For those of you who don't play basketball, like you can get tough
I
tough
think-
gyms with like Danvers. My
I
old gym,
haven't-
I hated it because you had all this room behind you had one of the clear backboard and there's like a high ceiling behind it. Really tough to get the depth.
I would say for this year, maybe Linfield, just because I haven't beat Linfield at their place. They've usually been pretty good. I mean, I'm expecting to beat them.
Do you just have bad shooting numbers there, or you just don't like
I
that
don't
you've
know.
lost there?
I think we're like 0-3 down
Really?
in recent years. So
Wow.
that's something that I'm gonna want to change.
When's that game? Do you know it?
No idea.
You'll probably know
Yeah.
it soon enough in the back of your head.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Parker? You were ready to steal that microphone right away from your brother.
I think just about every other team thinks our gym is the hardest to play in because, number one, we always get it packed. And then this is something that I've heard like multiple other teams say, that they always think the backboard is crooked because the wall is at a different angle. It's not parallel to the backboard.
Really?
Yeah, so it's kind of an illusion.
I had not heard that.
It's hard to shoot in, I guess.
And there is actually truth to that? It's slightly out of that. Wow.
Yeah, the back wall is at an angle, not parallel to the backboard. So
And Harry, you're saying the actual court, too, is at a slight angle?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like a legal court. Like the backboard's lined up, but it just
Yeah.
the court is at an angle in the room, so it looks like it's like off-centered, kind of.
Wow. I'm not going to stop staring at the court when I show up next time. I can't even picture that, but that's interesting.
You'll
that's
see it. You'll see it.
And you have different backdrops at your gym too, because you have like the bleachers pull in right behind one of the sides, so you're shooting at like fans on one end, and then on the other end you get a bunch of room and then a crooked wall.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. All right, well that's good. That'll be a good fun fact for me to mention next time we do one of your games. George, favorite gym to shoot in?
Favorite gym.
Do favorite and least favorite. Good guard question.
Can I say Newburyport? Like,
Favorite or least favorite?
favorite?
Favorite,
Would be
okay.
Newburyport.
It's not unexpected. Your
But,
home gym.
Least favorite besides Rockport. Maybe Amesbury. I don't know. Oh no, Pentucket. Pentucket. I don't even know. Like something's wrong with their gym. Like, I have to tell you. Like,
They get good crowd support too, don't they?
yeah, they get pretty good. It's always like, it's like kind of like our second rival, honestly. And whenever we play each other, both sides get it packed. But
Does it make a difference for you guys? Like I know everybody says it's a same court for both teams, yada yada yada. It's just in the end it's just you're playing on a basketball court. But when you get that place rocking, it really does help, doesn't
Oh,
it?
yeah,
Like there's no way. Like when Casey dunked on those guys, that place went crazy.
No.
There was no way any team was coming back on you guys after that. And
honestly, like fans is just like the best thing to have. Like especially if we're down, like we need them to help us like get our heads right and just like pick us back up.
Yeah.
And especially when we're doing good, they'll let us know by like cheering for us. But it's also very hard going to like someone else's gym and having their fans too, because
Yeah.
like
communication gets tough, and
yeah.
it's gonna be weird having a room of.
I really like the games where we have like the cheerleaders, the fans, and then the band, because it just creates like an environment that if you're the other team, you can't really play in it.
What's better though, winning on your home court when it's rowdy like that, or going into a gym like whatever Rockport or Triton or something and just completely shutting up a loud crowd?
I'd say probably winning on our own court, but if we're at like a local gym that our fans are there too, because if it's in Triton or Pentucket or Amesbury, we'll still have a huge fan section, so that's good too.
Casey, how'd you guys think you handled the tournament atmosphere last year? It was, obviously you got that tournament win, so that's a good one to have on your belt here for this year. And you got, you end up getting knocked out by one of the best teams in the state, so nothing to laugh about there. But do you guys feel like you're more ready now for the tournament?
Yeah, I think throughout the season we always had enough of a crowd to prepare ourselves for the playoffs, and looking forward towards this year, we're definitely it's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a big presence in our in our stands, and then in the playoffs it'll be an even bigger presence, and we'll be more ready for it this year too.
Do you notice that the one thing you hear a lot about these tournament games is it's single elimination, which is a whole different animal, and you can really beat yourself. If you're too amped, you got to be careful not to get too amped up and all that sort of stuff, and because you don't want to beat yourself. Did you guys, was that first win last year just kind of nice to know that you can handle that moment? Did you see any of that, people playing unusually? Or
I mean, yeah, it definitely felt good to get a playoff win. I think it's leading up to the game where the nerves are really present and kids are like kind of itching in their seats in school, and just leading up to it. But
must be a long school day.
Yeah, but then once you're on the court and like you're playing with the same guys you've played with for like 20 other games, there's added, like, there's an element of, you need to win to survive and advance, but it's really just a game of basketball.
Does Coach Clay help you guys with that too? Did he give you is he an animated pregame speech guy, or?
That's a good question. There's been instances, I think, but not too much. Like if it's a big game, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it depends. Like he has different faces for different games.
Ooh.
So
I like that.
I've seen him super animated, and I've seen him. Everyone's all excited or nervous energy, and he just calms us down.
All right, so you got a good feel, Harry, for the speeches. What's the best Coach Clay speech you've heard so far? What's the one where like you've been ready to run through a wall for him?
I forget what game this was. But, I mean, I don't want to throw him under the bus either, but
it has to be a good story.
It was all out of love. Like he was doing it for us, but we weren't playing very well in the first half, and we were kind of sitting in there waiting for him to come in, and a few minutes went by, and he finally just walks in, and he's all like fired up, and I don't know, we were kind of playing half asleep. Yeah. And he just snapped his clipboard over his knee, and we're all like, whoa, like
he must have practiced that before.
We were like, whoa, like he's serious right now. And then he just got right back into the speech though, and we
Did you guys win the game?
Up. I think we did.
Probably.
That's a good ending to that story then.
Yeah.
We would lose if he snapped.
No.
Do you guys all remember that speech?
Yeah.
That was.
It happened.
What was it?
Doesn't really matter, does it? More with the moment. You ever hear the story? What was that? What's the story I'm thinking of? The Jimmy V. You guys know Jimmy V, the old coach who died of cancer, but he had that epic speech that they play every year, and he's talking about his first game coaching college kids, and he had just read the Green Bay Packers book, and the legendary coaches there talking about talking to his team, and he goes, "This is what 3 things matter this season: your family, like your, I think maybe your religion, and the Green Bay Packers. Your family, your schoolwork, and the Green Bay Packers." So he goes, "I'm going to steal that speech completely." He goes in. I think he was talking. I forget what his first job was. He had his big wins with NC State, but it was a smaller school at the time. It was his first job, and he goes in. He said he busted through the door to get his guys ready, and the door just was like the strongest door he's ever heard of. Like, he's like, "I think I dislocated my shoulder." I stumble in, and there's this heavy door, and then I go, "There's 3 things that's going to matter to, whatever, Butler basketball," wasn't Butler, but small school basketball. 3 things are going to matter this year: your family, your schoolwork, and the Green Bay Packers. And the locker room was like, "What?" And then he's like, "Yeah, it didn't go well. My shoulder was hurting," and it's a great speech. But anyway, so a couple more minutes, boys, as we get tuned up. First of all, good luck to you guys. I don't want to forget saying that Friday, tomorrow. Today's already Thursday. Jeez, it's coming right up. What do you guys do night before big tournament game? You guys seem nervous as can be. Let me tell you.
I mean, we have practice.
So. Oh, you guys practice today?
Yeah, we have it after this.
Oh, thanks for coming.
No, yeah.
Should I let you go?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's ugly out there.
But for me, I eat some pasta, get a good night's sleep.
Is that a routine pasta pregame meal?
Then listen to music all day. Yeah.
What are you listening to?
Let's see. Probably some Little Baby. It's like my favorite stuff.
Yeah. Making me feel old. I have no idea who that is.
Harry, was it?
Harry?
I don't know. I mean, usually for home games, we have the pasta parties that we talked about last time. And then... oh,
yeah, so you guys have a legit party tonight?
I don't know if there's one planned for tonight, but, I mean...
George's just going to eat pasta on his own?
Yeah, we'll eat a good dinner and just, obviously, get a good night's rest. I don't really have any rituals. I just try to stay as calm as possible.
Friday afternoon game, pretty good though. That's a nice little vibe. Friday afternoon tournament game. You can either have a great weekend or an absolutely terrible weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
Excellent. And you guys gonna go tomorrow? No commitment yet from Parker.
If they can promise me a win, I'll consider going.
Wow. Is that something you guys do? You guarantee wins? Too classy from those guys, it seems, to do that. Good call, I think, on a tournament game. No need for bulletin board material. Are you guys doing pasta parties before every game? Is that the basketball thing too?
Yeah, we try
Uh,
to do that.
yeah, or we just go out to eat, maybe at a restaurant,
Yeah.
something like that.
All right. Before every game.
I think pretty much, right?
Home games? Just home games?
games.
That's probably good. Basketball, there's a good amount of games. Be a lot of pasta parties.
Yeah.
Who's got the best pasta party in the...
Let's see.
I know who it is on soccer. We got a legit answer for that. It was,
Probably Jake when he just Jake Valsich.
At Anchor.
Yeah, rented out or the upstairs of Anchor, and we
Oh,
got,
really?
like, 15 pizzas.
That is going the extra mile when you rent out a whole room.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, boys. Why don't you, Casey, why don't you give the pitch to come out and watch Newburyport High School basketball this year? Huh?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to watch a team win on their home court with other classmates, familiar faces in the crowd, like, parents that you'll recognize, alumni, come support us.
Did you make a college decision, by the way?
Yeah,
As I look
did.
at your shirt, is that
Yeah.
it?
No, this is where my girlfriend goes. But yeah, I recently decided that I'm gonna go to Tufts University next year.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, that's
Yeah.
exciting. Staying local, but
Yeah.
you gonna live on campus,
Right in
or
Medford. Yeah, I'm gonna have to for the first 2
you
years.
know I work in Medford.
You do.
I do.
Nice. Yeah,
The,
that's where I'll be.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Excellent. Look, who's the coach there?
Coach Sheldon. He's
Sheldon.
been there 32,
Yeah.
33 years. He's a
That's
great
cool.
guy.
That's some high level basketball right there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
What did he tell you when he recruited you?
I mean,
I'm always curious about that. Nobody ever recruited me, so I'm always curious how that.
They want me to think that I'll fit in their system.
Mhm.
I think I'll be, a good presence on.
Intangibles.
Campus.
They tell you about the campus, yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you get the cafeteria food pitch?
I actually got it firsthand. I had a meal there and it was great. So
On a visit?
Yeah.
I mean, not to. They do say that's like the best meal you'll ever have there is the one when they try to impress you.
that's true. So yeah, like take it with a grain of salt. But
Who's on the tough schedule? You guys play some real legit squads there.
we'll be playing other NESCAC programs like Williams, Amherst.
Yep.
Yeah, other academic schools.
Are there any early season tests? I recall like Tufts playing like BC one year. It might have been a
Maybe.
scrimmage, but
I know that they definitely scrimmaged like some big names in the past, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure about recently.
it's quite the challenge.
Yeah,
Is
it will be.
Did they like legit tell you what you have to work on like senior year of high school? They're like watching you already.
I don't know if they're allowed to. They've definitely seen me play, but
Yeah.
they once they have their hands on me while I'm in their program, they'll definitely
Yeah.
tell me what to work on.
Mold you into
Not
that.
so much yet.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'5", 6'6" in the program.
See, that's kind of like a 6'6" in the program.
Well, like the sneakers go on, so
That's a great line. Excellent.
yeah.
Thank you for that. So say you're kind of that's a college. It's kind of like it's a forward pretty much, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably do a little bit of both though.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.
You got handles. You got the whole package, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's the new wave of basketball, positionless basketball.
It is. You guys shot speaking of new wave of basketball. You guys shot a lot of threes last year too. Is that like Patino used to say the worst shot in basketball is like the long two? Like, do you guys try to take
true.
advantage of that 3-point
Yeah,
line?
actually, Coach Clay's he does the math on how like even if 30% of threes go in, that's 1 point of possession, whereas maybe whatever.
So he wants
Give
you
an
guys shooting
example.
threes.
Yeah, like if it has the highest points per possession, it makes the most sense. I think free throws might be up there too.
See, I was
But
born
the
at the
two
wrong
actually
time.
is below.
It's below what?
For 2-pointers, it's like below. It might be like 0.9 points per possession when you do the math. I forget, but
So he's throwing real stats at you
oh
guys.
yeah,
huh?
he likes to make us think.
I was born at the wrong time because when I used to play, it was always like drive to the hole, get down low. Like, and I was a down low player, which is great, but everybody was just driving into the lane.
Right.
Like they never encouraged the three like they do now in high school. Maybe you guys are just better shooters these days than we were.
Maybe. I don't know.
The 3-point ball is definitely more part of the game though now.
Yeah.
I mean, you see guys coming down 3-on-1s and pulling up for 3, you know? At least
Yeah,
in
that's
the
happened
NBA.
before.
Maybe you guys aren't allowed to do that. But
I still think, yeah, if you can get a layup, take it. But
yeah, or just throw down.
yes. If you can get a
We'll look
dunk,
forward
go
to much
for
more
it.
of that from you
Yeah.
this year, Casey. You dunking at Parker?
Yeah, I can dunk.
You can dunk?
I can dunk pretty easily, but it's just
You don't want to show off.
I've done
Yeah.
I've done it at, once or twice in AAU, but yeah, I'm hoping to get a few this year.
All right.
Maybe
That'd be cool.
over some people.
You ever throw a lob to your brother?
We have a play.
Lobs are tough. Yeah, we have a few inbounds.
Inbound
plays.
play?
Yeah.
Don't tell them that. Amesbury's watching. All right, boys. Well, very good. Final thoughts. Let's go, George. Whatever you want to end with. You can end with soccer or basketball. I don't care.
Well, first got to take care of business for soccer tomorrow, and then
Good
excited
focus.
to work with these guys for our last year. And hopefully hang up a banner. That'd be awesome for the town of Newburyport, city of Newburyport.
Nice.
But yeah.
Are you guys going to, by the way, you're going to cherish every game? Like it's senior year. Like
Yeah.
that's
No, definitely gonna
Yeah.
play our heart out.
even practices.
Yeah.
Like you're just out there on the court with these guys that you'll never play with as a group
Mhm.
again.
Because none of us want to leave with any regrets or anything. So as long as we
Another
try our
possible
best.
shirt. No regrets.
Yeah.
I like it. You got plenty of options. I want to see one of these. Harry, final thoughts?
Yeah, I think George.
Was this like your 5th appearance on the show?
This is my 3rd.
3rd? All right. Feels like 5. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I think Georgie pretty much summed it up. We
Yeah.
want to take care of business with soccer, starting with a win tomorrow, and then we just can't wait for basketball. It's gonna be our last year.
Very good. I saw, here, sit up straight for me so you get that fun. There you go. Now you're good in the shot. I saw Lexi, our producer there, wanted you up a little bit. So very good. Now we all look good. Very good, guys. That was great. Good luck this season. We'll get you in during the year here, and we'll get Coach Clay back in and all that stuff. Maybe we'll do one big team party in here on an off day or something. But good luck to you guys. Good luck to the soccer guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
And hopefully you can make a good run. And then when that's over, have fun during basketball season. This was a pleasure. We'll talk to you guys soon. Big thanks to Lexi Foley on the radio side producing, Dave Kramer on the TV side. Tyler Neufeld is on my list. I don't know what he's doing today, but he's probably doing something productive. So good job, Tyler, whatever you're doing for the show. And for all of you, have a great weekend. I don't know who we have on next week. I do have some guest booked. I'm just not sure who. I have to go look at my book. So we're not going to tease any of those. But have a great weekend. Go see the soccer guys tomorrow. Hopefully get a win and all that good stuff. We'll see you back here same time, same place next Tuesday. Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. This has been Afternoon Drive. Have a good weekend, everybody.